To add the Bluetooth module to your mouse, we're going to unplug these motors, unplug the power cable, and unscrew the circuit board. We will also need to take off the Arduino. So again, to pull it off, don't grab it by the metal piece here. Grab it by the corner of the circuit board right there, and then just gently rock it back and forth slowly, very slowly, so you don't end up bending any of the pins. If you do end up bending pins, it's okay. We can straighten them out with a wire, but it's best not to. Once you've removed your circuit board, it's time to take this little piece of female header that hopefully you have left over from earlier and clean it up a little bit. This one's got a little bit of stuff on the edges here, you can see. So I'm going to use my sandpaper to make it look a little nicer. So now it looks like it's ready to plug into my circuit board here. Now that it's ready to plug into my circuit board, I'm going to flip it over, take just a little bit of flux, and paint those pads, and I'll do the same thing to the pins right here. Then should be able to put it in there and solder. Oh, and I should be able to put it in there and hopefully hold it in place while I solder. I'm going to get a big blob of solder on my tip just to get the first pin. If I can hold that first one in place, then the rest will be easy. You can see I got a little blob next to it. I can just kind of wipe that off with the iron here. Yeah, a couple times. And now I'm just going to feed some solder onto the rest of those pins. And I'm going to come back to this first one and clean it up just a little bit. That first one still looks a little bit funky. So I'm going to take a little bit of flux, put it on there, and then I'm just going to heat it up again and take it off. Now it looks perfect. Now I'm ready to put my board back onto my mouse. Once you've got all of your screws in place, go ahead and put your Arduino Nano back on. Plug your motors back in. Plug in your Bluetooth module. So if you look here, you can see it says VCC GND. If we look on the board, right in here, you can see VCC. I'll hold it so you can see it. VCC, it's a little hard to see right there, and then GND right next to it. I want to line those up so that the VCC and the GND on the Bluetooth module line up with those two right there. So I plug it in just like this. I plug in my battery, and I turn on my power switch, and I should see that my Bluetooth module turns on.